Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy now. Happier tonight.
So as you just saw, I got the Jaguar F-Type R decontaminated outside. It's now inside, ready to be clay barred for the final stage of decontamination, and then we will blow it dry and then get started on the front. Very similar to the R8, is a front end PPF job, so I'll be single staging over the front end and then performing two-stage minor correction over the rear end, so cutting and then refining to get this ultra blue. Popping. I mean, it already looks really good. Like when it's outside, it looks really good. But now I've got it inside, I can see the swirls. You might be able to see some up here. So once they've all been removed, this colour is going to look insane.
Happier tonight. Keep me waiting for you in the morning. Don't leave without giving.
As with the rest of the car, very clean. You can see there's not much on there at all. I think the owner's son actually is into detailing a little bit, so maybe it's him that's gone over the car, whoever it was. Did a very good job. No fallout, no tar, hardly anything on the clay bar. So you're not even in it. I'm just going to cut to you jumping in the bin.
Voice is there.
Right, let's get into the defects running around the car. Plenty of standing marks. We love that. As you can see, look how dull that is. It's because if we get in, turn the exposure down, or not up, down, you can see it's just a ridiculous amount of sanding marks. And that's basically the story over the whole car. So up here, sanding marks. Other side, sanding marks. Bonnet, sanding marks. There's a lot going on. Some weird abrasions on the fuel cap, there they are up there. And random deep scratches all over the car like this. And there's some nastier scrapes down here. Let's see if I can, like, there you go. You can see those are pretty bad. Swirled overspray on the black trim. Yeah, you can see the car's had a lot of paint work. Serious sanding marks. Oh, thanks for that, Matt. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Oh my. Look at that. So, a lot of heavy cutting is going to be involved in this one. Don't know what else to say. It's going to be a rough one, but it's going to look good once it's done. What do you think, Matt?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Do my best to remove as much of the sanding marks on the PPF areas as possible. But mainly be focusing on getting the rear completely perfect, because there will not be any sanding marks left in this car once it is finished with me. Or finished with me. I'm finished with it. It might be finishing me. Let's do some test spots, see what works, see what doesn't work. Catch you in a bit. can actually see here where all those scratches are, whatever it was that they were trying to scratch off, it's actually left a little circle where it hasn't been scratched in the middle. And you can see that little etching, and then you can see all those deep scratches around it where, whether it's bird poo or tar or bug etching, they've actually done more damage trying to get it off. So jumping over to Wednesday, the F-Type was in the PPF booth, bay, whatever you want to call it, and the front end is all complete. So all the areas that we discussed before, it's looking nice and reflective. They've got some nice panel lights in here, so it looks really good under this. Tidy. So get it out, reverse it out, get it over into my area, and then get started on the correction work on the back. 2 days worth, I reckon, maybe a little bit more, we'll have to see, and then go on with 2 layers of coatings on this one and interior protection as well. So let's do it. So I imagine with this bit, it's going to get quite chopped up by the cutting. Might be one of those double stage refinements where I have to go over with yellow pad first, then a white pad, just to get that final perfect finish, because it's like a piano black sort of thing, I think, like it's a flat black. So let's do it. So this is what I mean about getting chopped up. You can see the 3-inch passes across the middle there, which are really bad, and then even worse than that, you've got the 1 inch around the edge. You can see the marking left behind by that. So here is the stage in between. I can't really focus because there's not anything for it to focus on, but there is a there you go, you can see the very small amount of marring that's still in there, hence why it's the second of 3 stages. It's more from the eye bridge at the very edge, very difficult to pick up. You can see it's still quite bloomy, but clear of the majority of the defects. So I won't do any more refining on that now. I'll leave that last, so when I go around with the white pad at the end, I will go over that, and then maybe even have to go over the eye bridge again, just over the edges, just to ensure it's completely perfect. But I'm actually quite happy with that. It's cleared up a lot better than I thought it would, even just with the 2 stage. So once I get the white pad over it, it'll be even better. So on that little area there that you just saw, that wasn't one cut, it wasn't two cuts, that was 3 cutting passes to remove those sanding marks. It's going to be a long old day. Do my best to, as I said at the start of the video, I'm going to remove them all, so we'll see. It should be alright. Just any heavy areas like that got to be gone over twice or maybe even 3 times, and then that still needs to be refined. So there'll be 4 different polishing passes on that one area. I better get cracking.
I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it when you don't talk to me, when you don't talk to me, yeah. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to
Right, so I've just jacked the car up. I've actually gone even higher than I just filmed. There's basically 2 options on the lift. You either go for this notch or the top one. So we maxed it out, and I'm actually just walking around, and you can see, I mean, basically without even a proper light, just with the bar light, you can see the peaks and troughs of the clear coat where it's been sanded in that sort of dotted pattern. That's basically what you see as a peak and a trough of the clear coat, which is what they try and remove with the sanding. Look how flat that is. That's just crazy, and that's what I'm dealing with over a lot of the car, which is why progress is so slow and it's taking so long.
And I'll say this to you, I want you back. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore.
Very happy with that. I think it was 2 cuts and it's looking lovely. So, and that's before it's even been refined, so that's really gonna be sharp and glossy once I do go over it at the very end. It's starting to come together.
There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it.
It's gonna be a long old time on this door. Time lapse time. So I've just cut that whole door, the lower section, 1 time, and this is just to give you an idea of how bad the marks are. Obviously significantly improved, but I am not happy with that. Certain areas way better than others, and then clear up there, and then they sort of clear up along this side, but then down here it was so bad. So I'll have to do the whole door again, as you can see, because that's just sanding marks everywhere.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight, better off, I'm gonna find my way tonight, won't you talk to me, I wanna heal your sorrow, won't you talk to me, we'll make a new tomorrow, won't you talk to me,
So that's a great example there. Oh, hang on, exposure of what paintwork, what areas that have paintwork look like. That very orange peely areas, or just areas that haven't been from factory properly flattened off. So they've got those marks in the clear coat, which are basically just peaks and troughs. It's just what you see. So a lot of the hazing, a lot of the marks that are in there now still are the hazing from me cutting it, not the actual original marks that I showed you. They were like sort of sanding marks, whereas these are just micromarring marks. They do look quite similar sometimes, but those will come out with the refinement, whereas the sanding marks wouldn't have. So remove them all, and that's pretty much the top side of the rear bumper all done. I just need to do this section and then work my way to the rear diffuser.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's
Right, refinement time. I go to do all the little areas down here, you can't see, all the low areas while the car is all the way up on the lift setting, and then I'll put it down on the floor and refine from the top down, which is the normal way to do it. The only reason I can do stuff like that is because you don't want to do stuff at the bottom and then do the top, because your legs and your body's going to be brushing against it. But stuff like this, where it's the rear diffuser, obviously there's no way I'm going to be brushing against that because it's underneath the car. So do that first. You just saw me do the black trim. That got a cut, a polish, and now it's going to get a refine on top, even though it looks pretty good now. A massive improvement on those. They are quite difficult, those like sort of piano black trims. They get really scratched up and they're very soft. So yeah, I just took the tape off the headlights. They also need a polish, probably before refining, because they're quite soft and they're quite eaten up by the cutting pad. But yeah, get into it, let's do it.
I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it when you don't talk to me. When you don't talk to me, yeah. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it. No, I can't hide it anymore.
Time to get started on the interior. Whilst I'm waiting for the other, for the initial layer of coating to cure, 2 hours, I'm gonna hoover up the interior, clean the leather, and then go on with the leather coating and the interior fabric coating. Yeah, that's it. I'll do my best to film. It's quite difficult to film in the interior. Got the big light up there, so you can see everything.
No, I can't hide it. No, I can't hide it anymore. Something inside. Something inside. Oh, yeah. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it. No, I can't hide it anymore.
So the first layer of Carbon Collectors Pro range is Molecule. Is that going to focus? Oh, I've lost the end of my glove. Probably not going to focus. Anyway, that's the first one. That's the one I put on almost every job I do. And then this is Nero. This is a special PPF coating, and it's also the top layer. You see? No, block my face. There you go. It's also the top layer of the Pro range. So if you want to do the dual layer coatings, you go Molecule, Nero.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight, wait tonight. Better off, I'm gonna find my way tonight, wait tonight. Won't you talk to me? I wanna heal your sorrow. Won't you talk to me? We'll make a new tomorrow. Won't you talk to me? We'll make this happy.
So, everything's done on the car. Just a few bits left to do on the interior, which I'll do tomorrow. I haven't fully sunk the vents in, as they're going to get some satin black wrap underneath, as you can see the blue through. So obviously we want to black that out underneath, so that's completely black, but I don't want to fully push them down. So just for the sake of the after shots, they're sort of half in, half out. So happy with how the car's come out. It's really impressive, and here are the after shots. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and get ready for the next one, which may be a Aston Martin DBS. I know it's going to be, because it comes in on Monday. See ya.